All right, we're carving out pockets of time in the day. So it's 10:50 a.m. and I've got a full day. But of course, people always ask me about sports algorithms and I mean it's tough for me to answer the question. No, I didn't have time to update them because I can do them in like under 10 minutes each one a lot of the times, right? Except weird things happen. Like with NFL, Jalen Hurts is out for Philadelphia, which somebody commented that in the video. And so it made me go and rerun the injury report. And sure enough, they're absolutely correct. And when we removed and re-updated the injury report here, he comes out of there and you're left with Gardner, Mustache, Minshew. Minshew? I like the guy. He does remind me of Uncle Rico. You know, they have those comparisons to Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. That does make me chuckle. He's got a negative point two rating. He's got so many interceptions. He is throwing the ball over those Idaho mountains and clearly into the hands of the opposing team. So his rating's bad, and that's bringing down Philadelphia's chances as well as I think Dallas is also trying to win, right? So now all of a sudden becomes a much closer game in Dallas. And I don't know, the line is probably moved as well. I didn't even check that. So point is that you're right about that. And that's kind of one of the advantages of updating the injury report. So for those thinking football, and do I want to make a pick here? Because this is the Thursday pick video for NFL, the night game. Well, football in so many ways is like half drama as well as sport. I really don't like the Jaguars. I'm enjoying the Jets season. I think the amazing comeback in Cleveland and then beating Buffalo in the algorithm call that was phenomenal. There are a lot of things that I enjoy about the Jets. I want to bet on the Jets, but the Jets are a favorite. You have to get them at minus 118. I do see many more points it's showing, and I believe that. I believe there will be more points. Although is there snow? Is the Jets are in a dome, right? I think the Jets are in a dome. I need to answer that question to give you to really honestly know that. Do the New York Jets play in a dome? Google?
According to Wikipedia, unlike a number of other new NFL venues, MetLife Stadium does not have a roof, as proposals to include a roof failed over a dispute for funding.
Do they play? That's where the Giants play, but the Giants and the Jets will have an end zone. Wait a minute. All right. Well, maybe they're outside. That might change scoring. In that case, don't do anything here. I'm rooting for the Jets. I have no money on it. I have $2 in my account. I'll probably put it on the Jets in a parlay just for fun because this $2 is getting lost. I'm not depositing today. Like this is I'm gonna be done with football I'm gonna go with sports in 7 minutes. Watch us go really fast. So that's my opinion of what to do in Thursday night game is cross your fingers and bet on the Jets. That's enough NFL for today. There's hockey. It apparently looks good on paper yesterday, even though I went 1-6, and the only pick I won was Minnesota and Anaheim being this exact score is the only thing I got right. I bet under in Minnesota. All of the other ones lost. Vegas went over. I bet Vegas under. Edmonton lost, or sorry, Edmonton won against Dallas. So there the algorithm was wrong. Nashville. How did I get this wrong? I bet under 5.5. I'm such an idiot. Wow. Exact score and I get it wrong. Well, there's something wrong with me. Is that what happened? I bet the under? What's wrong with me? And then this, of course, I had Montreal. They led and lost. And here I bet the tie and ended up being Jersey. I'm just so terrible at betting. This is why I bet. So this really wasn't a bad day, although Tampa Bay loses. But they put up 4 goals. So if you had an over in this game for Tampa Bay goals, you still won. Anyway, there's a lot of interesting things with hockey yesterday. How about today? Today, there's a bunch of games. And Toronto over Philadelphia at a terrible line. That's tough to bet. Ugh, that's not good. Boston's at a bad line against Winnipeg. Winnipeg's a better team, I feel like. Yeah, Winnipeg's playing well. That's a really juicy line for a good team. So even though Boston's excellent, this is one of those where you can try to play a plus 200 team that has, look at how good Hellebuck is. Like in plus 1.5 in a tight fought game, there's some value with Winnipeg here. So that would be part of my $2 parlay today. The Caps are playing in Ottawa. Caps are playing better, and with Lindgren's going, I'm down with that. I believe Lindgren's rating will go up, and he will start to get closer to the 70s the way I've seen him. I almost want to adjust stats to make him look better somehow because I like what he's doing for the team. And that might mean including wins and losses more, which is something that I don't even hardly touch because you're going to start sorting these people by wins. And you're going to see that. I mean, Billy Husse's got 12. Lindgren's up here at 9-4. So, people have win percentages. Like, see, Jake Allen's got 9 wins, but he's got 12 losses. 9-4, there's a win ratio percentage that I might actually want to use because that's something I don't do currently. How about that? How about that? Is this including? It is. Watch this. So this is games. Instead of this being games, we're going to do this. We're going to do equals this divided by this plus overtime. Is it overtime loss? No, overtime loss is different from a regular loss. And this. So our win percentage versus all games, okay? That's not right. Oh, I, K, and J. Sorry, not I, K, and J. That's right. So now what this is, we may be going longer than 10 minutes. This is the goalie's win percentage, right? It's a new formula that we've created, which I would have to remember that we got to update this formula. I got to move it around or something. Point is this is a win percentage, right? Now, what I like about this is if we could color it or we could data bar it is fine. So here you start to see like comparisons of win percentages between people, and you can now sort by it. And I expect Charlie Lindgren to go from where he is right now at 9-4 down here. I expect him to go up from the 23rd spot or whatever he's in right now. Let's see. Dylan Wells has an error because he's got no decisions. Other than that, Keith Kincaid is 1-0. Where is he? Where'd Lindgren go? He's at 29. He went down. Look at me. Although there's some people who have hardly any games. So let's do this. Let's remove people that have wins that are less than something. Greater than. Your wins have to be greater than, let's just say 2. Now you got a sample where Charlie Lindgren's still down in 28th. Is that true? No, actually he's not. He's better. Sorry. No, he's better. He's actually 23rd, I guess. All right. I've talked enough about Charlie Lindgren because I'm a Caps fan. I'm sorry. Going on and on. Point is, we could mess around and we could add this factor in. This could be a 0 for a second. And then all of a sudden we could make this win percentage factor 10% and see what that does to everything. Watch everything shift. Now, all of a sudden, goalie scores change and projected scores change. And so look at how much better Hellebuck is, right? Makes this a closer, lower scoring game, ups percentages. I think it's time to, boy, I don't want to mess around with hockey too much because it's not doing really awful things. So let's go back for a second. Let's make this 5%. Let's not go crazy. And this is just for now, just for today. All right. But so we talk about what happens here is yeah, I see some value in Winnipeg because of good goaltending. Washington and Ottawa. Now Charlie Lindgren, all that, and Charlie Lindgren now went from a 63 to a 66. It moved him a little closer to Cam Talbot. Gives the edge a little bit more to the Caps. I'll be taking the Caps today, obviously, on my $2 nonsense parlay. What else we got? Islanders and Rangers. Rangers, it says will win. I'm starting to not care because I got other stuff to do. We're super busy. All right, let's go to NBA. NBA somehow doesn't look that awful for yesterday, even though it felt awful because it went like 3 and 6, I think, on the wager I had. Bulls do win at plus 220. I don't know what to think, whatever. Here's a look at the 2 games that are going on today. There aren't many. And they're both at terrible lines. This looks like miserable. Although New Orleans being injured, maybe San Antonio covers, but they're a pretty bad team as the margin is. San Antonio is probably the worst team in the league based on what I've seen. Oh, no. So there's that. NBA's done. Now there's a whole reason that it's 11 o'clock already, and I wanted to be done with this. We haven't even started college basketball. So here's the reason why I haven't automated the scoring capture for all the teams, because I like to go through it one by one to see how they went when I care. I don't have time to care about it today, but I do have time to prepare tomorrow for today. Sorry, prepare today for everyone, this being Thursday. So let's do that right now. Let's grab what odds. I mean, games might even have started. It's already 11. So there's holiday games. I'm sure there are neutral site locations everywhere. And there are also another issue is that there's kids with the schools out, like finals are over, dorms are closed, like mess halls are closed. Like I would imagine, I was joking around when I was emailing today with Del, like, listen, I go, I bet everybody, all the kids are drunk. Like they are literally drunk. Like what else? Even the ones that aren't 21. And I'm not making accusations here, but come on, you remember college, right? Like you think that in between games, you're not like everyone's not wasted. And I would imagine that's what's going on. So you're getting weird things like I do want to mention something which looks really, really funny. Which is all right, where does this start? It is, I believe Iowa lost to Eastern Illinois yesterday, and Eastern Illinois was plus 8,000 is what I think the line said it was. We need to look at that for a second because I haven't seen that happen in a long time. Yesterday, so well, the point is that I haven't seen, these are some things I haven't seen happen in a while. So why is that? It's because the kids are drunk. That's why. So like look at yesterday here. All right. Yeah, exactly. These are the win losses from yesterday. And there was a bunch of in progress games that I don't have scores for yet. And I know a lot of them lost because I know a lot of them lost. Like it was terrible. But look at this. Did Iowa really lose to Eastern Illinois? Oh, they were injured. Wait a minute. They were injured. Did they play a bunch of freshmen? Maybe that's why. So this line might have changed from plus 8,000, which is what it was. You can see it on the other end of this. You open this up all the way at the bottom, the Eastern Illinois line. Keep talking way too much. I'm not talking forever, guys. Like this video is going to end. Eastern Illinois, it says plus 8,000. That's 80 to 1. So you get 80, you bet $10, you get $800 if you bet on them to win. However, once the injuries came out about Iowa, which we need to update the injury report today before we're done here, that probably had something to do with what just happened in that game. So what does that tell you as we prepare today? Let's close out of NBA. Let's close out of NHL. Let's finish with college basketball. So we just brought in the games, and I would say we're almost done, but we can't be done. You know why? Because the injury report really matters. You can see the injury report in basketball, especially when used appropriately, is the difference between knowing that an 80 to 1 shot has a potential of hitting or not knowing that. And it's about knowing current information, and it's about incorporating it into your intelligence for your projections for your games. And that's how you end up getting an advantage over the rest of the general public that is not consolidating all this information uniformly and projecting it in a digestible format and allowing you to act on it. Now, I, of course, was not looking for that and never would have expected a plus 8,000 to hit just because of injuries, but there's obviously something going on there with injuries. And I'm going to look at their injuries right now. I'm not going to update stats or anything else, but I'm going to look at Iowa's injuries and see what I bet if it was a team COVID event, which is probably because everybody's wasted, like I just said. Where's Iowa? Where are you, Iowa? You're right there. Your game time decision people and out people, what was it? It was a foot injury for Chris Murray, who's big. And out with a wrist, and I don't know what it was, man. Is it just this big guy was out? Is that what happened? He might even have played because we include game time decision people. So I don't know what that's not a complete giveaway about what happened in that game. Somebody who watched it and might know, that'd be helpful. Not going to update anything else. I'm good, but I'm not going to update the scores from yesterday because it's got too much to do and it ain't worth it. But we are going to look at today because we can do that now, and then we get done with this video because we've done all the 4 sports for the day: football, NHL, NBA, and now college basketball. So we have a current injury report in here, which is helpful. It shows an injured San Diego on the road as a favorite. What do you think that means? Trouble, right? Cal State Northridge is an underdog. Because even though it's a 17% margin, you see injuries like this, think that crazy stuff's going to happen. And then you want to be, on this team when this team's injured. So like GW's injured. So Washington State probably crushes it and covers. Maybe. You've got the same thing here. Siena can beat American at an underdog line with injured American, right? Good. Even though it's an away team, this is probably points it in the direction of Siena. You got 2 injured Boise and Santa Clara here. You've got Portland State at Cal Baptist. That's a really good line at 310. So Portland State plus the points, although they just blew it for us a couple days ago, so maybe they're not. The algorithm's been overestimating them. But it does say they can win, so that would be one of those straight bets. What are all the underdogs on here? There's one home dog of Eastern Kentucky, 2% margin with no bomb, but this may not be a natural home game. So there's a lot of questions you have to answer about, are these natural home games? But if that is a true home dog, then that is takeable. Eastern Kentucky. Home dogs are the pick of the day. When you click these 2 slicers, anything that shows up is a pot of gold pick. So is that a true home game? I want to ask Google almost. Eastern Kentucky versus UNC Greensboro college basketball game today. Where is it? Google.
They'll be playing UNC Greensboro today at 2 p.m.
Where? Where is this game? More about this game. I'm clicking more about this game. The game is Arena EKU Alumni Coliseum. That means Eastern Kentucky, in my opinion. So that's a true home game. So that's your pick of the day for college basketball and a bunch of other stuff. And good luck, everyone. May all your picks be winning. I'm not focusing on this today. Maybe tonight, but I don't think so. All right. Good luck. May all your picks be winning.